After you're ready, I'll start.
All right, everybody, the green light is on. You don't have to sit down in this, but it's supposed to be casual, so you can keep standing. And if you keep talking, we'll take yours real quiet. Whenever you're ready.
Wow, it got really quiet. Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I've given a speech like this for a lot of reasons. Firstly, as I've gotten older, my time has become more and more limited. At 25 years old, I'm a co-owner of 2 growing businesses in Gainesville, which I'm extremely grateful and honored to say. My entrepreneurial journey started when 2 friends and I launched an independent record label called Dion while we were at the University of Florida. That journey led us to our second project, a community hub and cultural brand called Bazar. On top of business, I sit on several boards. I help as many people as possible with their own creative endeavors through my freelance work. I manage 3 social media accounts, which if you have one, you know how much that is. And I try to find time for some kind of social life. So, with very limited time and waning energy, it's been hard for me to take on great speaking opportunities like this one. Secondly, despite the normal progression of shyness that one may experience in life, as I've gotten older, I've become more and more shy. Sometimes this new form of social anxiety that I'm experiencing even surprises me. In fact, I used to be very comfortable speaking in front of an audience. I even gave a TEDx talk. Speaking engagements always felt like an elating, empowering experience for me. But somewhere along the way, probably due to a new pressure that I feel of being a young business owner in the public eye, speaking in this fashion started to terrify me. In fact, my hands are a little sweaty right now. Feel it on the paper. This fear of speaking has taken me away, as I mentioned, from several speaking opportunities like the one that I've been honored with today. As I sat down to begin working on this keynote several different times, I kept hitting a mental block. I started to think about all the other things that I needed to spend my time on, and I became fixated on my anxiety and nervousness around standing in front of anyone. In all honesty and transparency, I wanted to give up. But one day, as I was laboriously working on this, I took a deep breath, I forced myself to stand up and go outside to my porch, and I thought to myself, Laila, how are you gonna give up on a speech that's about commitment? This question, as obvious as it was, got me to think about the invaluable role that commitment has played in my own life. I wouldn't be standing here today without an undying dedication to the principles of commitment. Needless to say, I snapped myself out of the stress, fear, and doubts, and through the difficult process of crafting this speech, I rediscovered my own respect for the essence and beauty of commitment. Now, commitment is not just a word, it's a way of life. It's the unwavering determination to achieve our goals, the steadfast loyalty to our values, and the promise we make to ourselves and others to see things through, even when things get tough, because they do. Commitment is a thread that weaves together the fabric of our lives. It's complex, it's usually not easy, but I'm gonna break down the 3 main principles that I believe underpin commitment. Number 1, create clear goals and objectives. Create clear goals and objectives. There are so many ways to determine and create your goals, but I want to share the most important steps that I consider when I'm developing my own objectives. First, I believe that goals and objectives that you set in life should always stem from your why. Why do you do what you do? What is your life's why statement? Your why is the fuel that drives you towards your goals. Determine your why, and everything should follow. Second, make your goals specific, measurable, realistic, all the SMART goal stuff. I didn't want to delve too deep into that concept because I'm sure y'all have heard of SMART goals. Third, Write your goals down. Taking your goals out of your head, out of the atmosphere, and transferring them physically can help you with accountability, organization, visualization, and ultimately actualization. Fourth, create an action plan. I'm a big fan of plans. Give yourself tasks and deadlines, prioritize steps, start to consider and organize your resources, find ways to monitor your progress. And fifth, visualize your success. My grandfather was a huge champion of visualization. He was the one that encouraged me to learn about the skill. Every day when I'd visit him, he would make me sit down on the couch that was right next to his big recliner in the living room, and he would tell me to imagine myself achieving the goals that I set. And he would always remind me, in a very thick Arabic accent, Ya Habibti, don't forget to imagine the feeling of accomplishing those goals. Visualization is extremely underutilized. It's undeniably helpful, and it's free. Now, I know I said a lot about goal setting, but I want to make sure that y'all are still with me. Can anyone remind me what the first principle of commitment is? Setting goals. Thank you. All right, we got someone listening. I'm going to be looking at all y'all, seeing if you're listening too. Now, let's get into the second principle of commitment. Number 2, dedication and persistence. Dedication and persistence. Of course, dedication is the cornerstone of commitment. It represents your unwavering determination and enthusiasm towards the goals you set and the causes you fight for. When you are dedicated, you invest your time, effort, and energy into what you've committed to. Persistence is the quality of not giving up, no matter how difficult the journey becomes in the face of obstacles and setbacks. Speaking of dedication and persistence, I met one of my co-owners of Bazar, Jose, when I was a freshman in college. Jose quickly became one of the mentors that I looked up to. One of the first lessons that I ever learned from him was when he told me a story about his father. Jose's dad founded a dog training company that has become one of the most notorious in the region. They even are contracted by Disney World and Disneyland to train their dogs. Being an immigrant with young children, the path that Jose's dad took was not easy. But Jose noted one thing to always be true about his father, and that is that he would always be able to work through doubt. And that made all the difference. One thing that I always remind people is to never let doubt stop you. When you hold on to the values of dedication and persistence, you can work through doubt no matter how scary it can be. I encourage you to push through doubt, take action, and stay committed to your goals, knowing that resilience and perseverance can lead to success. All right, now who can remind me what is the second topic of commitment?
Dedication and persistence.
Dedication and persistence. All right, we're 2 for 2, everyone. Finally, I want to share the third fundamental of commitment. Number 3, accountability. Accountability. Accountability is the principle of taking responsibility for your actions, decisions, and obligations related to your commitments. It involves honoring your commitments to yourself and others. Being accountable means delivering on promises and meeting deadlines. It builds trust and reliability in personal and professional relationships. There are a few ways to become more accountable to your commitments. First, you should regularly review and reflect. Consistently reviewing and reflecting on your commitments and progress is key. Schedule regular check-ins with yourself to assess how you're doing and ask yourself questions like, have I made progress towards my commitments? Am I on track to meet my deadlines? What challenges have I encountered and how can I address them? Are there any adjustments or improvements that I need to make to my action plan? Second, create external accountability. While internal accountability is crucial, external accountability can be highly effective and a little bit more fun. Share your commitments with someone that you trust. Inform them about your goals and progress, And depending on your relationship with them, ask them to hold you accountable by checking in on your progress. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitments can provide an additional layer of motivation to stay on track. I'm grateful to have an amazing, phenomenal, wonderful, beautiful, great team through Dion, and how Bazar, and they help keep me accountable to the goals of our organization. Also, through purposely being as transparent and open as possible with both of our businesses, I get the unique opportunity to be held accountable by my community as well. All right, for all the marbles, who can remind me the third principle of commitment? Keisha. Accountability. Let's give a round of applause. We're 3 for 3, people, 3 for 3. So, with these 3 main ingredients, we have a pretty delicious recipe for commitment. I encourage all of you to take time to consider how you want to strengthen your characteristics of commitment and incorporate this own lifestyle. And as you do, I hope you remember the 3 main principles that I mentioned today. 1, create clear goals and objectives. Write them down and create plans around them. Number 2, stay dedicated and persistent while always working through doubt. And number 3, make space for accountability internally and externally through reflection. I'm excited to see where your commitments take all of you. Thank you for your attention, and it's been an honor to be with you today. Thank you.